Hey everyone, Technical G here, representing those who are 40 and up who love the tech, and this is going to be my first rant video. My first video showing how upset I am with certain things that are happening in the tech world. And this rant is going to be against Samsung. Now don't get me wrong, Samsung is a great company, makes great phones, make great appliances, make great television sets. I got a Samsung TV set right over here. Don't get me wrong, great company. I buy a lot of stuff from them. I hope make them rich. However, I'm not liking the direction that they're going because Samsung used to be a phone for the people, and well, not just people, but techies. Samsung used to be a phone where techies can manipulate it, root it, and keep it for long periods of time. So, for example, starting with this phone here that I've had for a minute, this is the Samsung Galaxy S5, and this is one of two phones that I believe has been Samsung's greatest phone. Now, they've been making phones for a while. They've been in the smartphone industry for a while. And if you know about smartphones, there's a lot of companies that make pretty cool phones and try to have some innovative features to try to attract you to buy their product. But the two names that stand out in the smartphone industry is Samsung and Apple. And they've been duking it out for years. There were cases years ago where Samsung has been accused of copying Apple's design in their phones, where you have, the bezels on the top and bottom and the home button in the middle. They've been copying Apple's design to try to attract people who like Apple phones to their phones. However, Apple, they made their phone really user-friendly. You could just turn it on, download an app, use it just out the box. The settings menu wasn't intricate. It was just easy to use. It was basically an equivalent to video games, the Nintendo Wii of the smartphone industry. The Samsung phones were your Xbox and PlayStation games of the smartphone industry. It was a little bit more intricate. It was made more for the techie, where out of the box with the older phones, you can root them. US phones, international phones, it doesn't matter which one, you can root it out the box. Rooting is equivalent to jailbreaking on the Apple devices, where you can manipulate the user interface. You can do a lot of great things, cool things on your phone that you normally couldn't do out the box. So rooting, jailbreaking, that's what you can do. And one really cool thing with the older phones, even though they were plasticky and some people complained that it didn't feel premium, I didn't care about the weight of the phone or how premium it felt. What I care about is the functionality. So as far as Samsung phones, you were able to, with older phones, take out the battery. So if the battery was not working quite well, you can swap it out for a new battery and basically have yourself a brand new phone to use for years and years. Expandable storage was something that you can have as well. These phones are really, really awesome for those who wanted just to buy this one phone and keep it for years to come. Yes, they've made processors faster, but you can still use this phone to this day because you can use it like a phone. Still get phone calls, still surf the web. You won't be able to render pages on the web as fast as newer phones, but still, you can still use this in the same functionality as you use a phone today. And one particular feature that I'm going to show you right here that was on the S5 that you cannot get on new phones today, and I don't know why, is this feature right here called dual camera. And with this feature, you were able to record with the back camera, as you can see here, and the front camera at the same time. Seriously, that feature is a feature that you cannot get on Android 9 and above phones. So this is a S5. This has Android 6, so I believe that's KitKat. Not quite sure, but still, this feature is on this phone that you cannot get on newer phones. I'm very upset. Very upset. Look at me. I'm upset that you can't get this feature on any new phone. And that's my rant with Samsung. They've changed. Now, change can be good, change can be bad. It all depends on how you look at it. But what Samsung has been doing that I'm kind of upset about is what they've been sued for years ago. Copying other phones. Now, ain't nothing wrong with taking an idea and putting it, giving your own spin to it. I completely understand that because it helps you sell your merchandise. Now with Apple never had a removable back. You never had the opportunity to change out the battery or expand the storage on your own with an Apple phone. Those are just for casual users, and if anything can happen with the phone, you will toss it and then buy yourself another phone. Apple made a tremendous amount of money that way and became the first trillion-dollar company in the US because they made a ton of money from selling phones that you couldn't do much with except for use it the way that they wanted you to. Samsung gave you extra functionality, especially with that dual camera. That dual camera was the best feature they've ever put on a phone. But Samsung has been slowly but steadily changing into Apple. What do I mean by that? They are now making phones without removable backs. You can't change the battery. And with some phones, you can't expand the storage. Now, if you do want a phone with expandable storage, in these days, you will have to buy the more expensive phone or the Ultra phone or the more premium phone. For example, the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra, Note 20, that was the least expensive Note, didn't have a lot of great features, didn't even have a good premium feel to it. But with the Note 20 Ultra, oh Lord Jesus, camera was better, the materials were better, and it had expandable storage. So it had a micro SD card slot on the SIM card slot. Did not have that on the Note 20. So if you wanted expandable storage, you needed to buy the Note 20. And that's how Samsung was able to make more money because people wanted those better features. So, like I said, Apple hasn't had a micro SD card storage. So they have been making money for those who wanted more storage by buying a more expensive phone. So if you wanted a phone with 512 gigabytes of storage, it will cost you a cool $200-300 more to get that phone. Samsung is doing that now. So that, in my particular opinion, is terrible. Sorry about that. Had to pause my video. 3 first graders just came in. Anyway, getting back to what I was just saying. So Samsung is still slowly but surely turning into an Apple company, an Apple type company. And like I said, is that bad? No. Samsung wants more money to be more innovative or to fatten their pockets. Understandable. All companies do that. But for me, as a techie, for a person that's been happy with the S5 and certain phones where you can, like I said, take off the back, replace the battery, expand the storage, getting away from this is very upsetting to me. Absolutely upsetting. And to force people to purchase a more expensive phone just to get the same the features that you already had in this phone right here, that's pretty pathetic. So they're getting away from the techie people and getting more into the casual, don't care how they spend their money type of people. Because there's a lot of people who, I wouldn't say are gullible, but would just get a new phone if a phone that they already have doesn't work. And that's understandable, that's fine and dandy, but wouldn't it be great if you can buy a phone and keep it for years where you don't have to keep upgrading every 2 or 3 years? Wouldn't that be great if you can do that? Of course, it ain't gonna happen, but that's just it. It is how it is, but I'm just upset that Samsung has taken away a lot of these cool features, especially dual camera, to go for putting features in certain phones to make you shell out more money to buy those phones for those features. That's very upsetting to me. Absolutely upsetting. But like I said, I completely understand why. So for me, I don't call Samsung anymore. I am using this nickname that I came up with, and excuse the nickname by trademark or whatever, but I call Samsung Snapple now. Why Snapple? Started with your S, but it has Apple in there because, again, they're going the Apple route. Again, understandable, but terrible. man, y'all should have stuck with the techies. For people like me who's been buying your old phones and loving the innovation and technologies that you have put in these phones that you have taken away, it's just terrible. Now, the phone I'm recording with is my trusty Note 9, and this is another phone that I believe is one of Samsung's greatest phones for reasons that I'll tell you later. But that's my rant. Samsung, you're changing. Again, I understand it, but I don't like the changes. I definitely don't like the changes. I wish you would have stuck with how you attracted people to your company. I wish you would have done that. But let me know what you think. Do you think Samsung is moving in a great direction as far as innovation, as far as features, phone costs? Do you like where they're going? Or do you wish things can change back to what they used to be, where they made their name from what they used to be? Tell me what you think. And that's the end of my rant. I hope you liked my rant. Enjoyed my rant. If you did, definitely leave that thumbs up below. And like I said, let me know what you think about all this. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video.